reading this morning, now that we are in the midst of our season of giving as we approach Christmas. And I think it maybe it'll help us to kind of stop, take a little breather and reflect on what do we give and why do we give. The first thing I think that I want to point to is the woman was given the gift to God. She wasn't given her gift to the temple. She was a widow and she was a poor widow. And yet she was making her contribution, her offering. As we get busy in this season of giving and we're, stressed out about finding the right gift for the people in our lives, our family and friends, sometimes I think we forget our gift to Christ. After all, we're preparing to celebrate his birthday. What gift are we going to give Jesus on his birthday? Is he on our gift list? Today is Cyber Monday. We might find something for Christ. And I think it's a good thing for us as families to sit down and talk to our children about it. Again, we talk about the commercialism of this time of the year. Well, it's upon us as disciples of Jesus to bring Christ into it, like we're called to bring Christ into everything. So whether as families or individuals, let's take time to think about what can I give Jesus on his birthday. And yes, Jesus doesn't need clothes or doesn't need, a new iPhone or whatever, but Jesus wants some things from us. He desires for some of the things that we can give him. He desires our time. He desires us to seek his forgiveness and the sacrament of reconciliation. He desires from us maybe other things that we are struggling with. And Jesus is looking for ways to help us to kind of overcome these challenges and struggles. But unless we come to him and ask him for his guidance and his wisdom, then we're not, cooperating with the grace that Jesus makes available to us. The other thing I think that's important is that Jesus points out that despite all the, better gifts or larger amounts of money that the other people give, this widow gave from her livelihood, from her need, not from her excess. And in a way, I think we do very well financially to give from our need, thanks to credit cards. Studies tell us that people take them 4 or 5 months after Christmas, they're still paying their Christmas bills. But what other things we are in need of, or are scarce for us, things we don't have much of, that maybe we can think of as giving as gifts rather than just giving things that can be bought by money. Maybe the gift of our time. In the midst of hustle and bustle, people also say this is the most stressful time of the year. Here, while we're trying to buy gifts for our loved ones, maybe it would be more beneficial for us and for them if we spent more time with them. If we thought of maybe different kinds of gifts, spiritual gifts. Maybe the gift of someone we haven't corresponded to or we're upset with, and maybe this is time for us to reach out to them. I think today's gospel really challenges us to look and think about how we give, why we give, what do we give, and maybe that will be our preparation for the birth of our Savior for this year.